If you want to know if the girl you're talking to or the girl you like is using you for attention, keep watching this video. Here are 4 signs she's using you for attention. First sign is she will say yes to hang out, but she will never actually go on a date with you. If she does this, she doesn't truly care about you, because think about this. If she really liked you, she would want to move things forward. Second thing is she will leave you undelivered for days at a time. Just trust me, bro. I'm not going to even explain this. Just let it go if she does this. Third thing is she talks about other guys always and never brings up a relationship with you. She never brings up moving forward with you or having a relationship with you or going out together. Then trust me, move on. She doesn't like you like that. She just wants you for attention. Okay, fourth one is a huge indicator. It's that she dominates the relationship between you and her. If she's always choosing where to hang, when to respond to you, just leave it. Even if you're friends, you don't want to be friends with someone like that. This is a sign of a pick-me bitch. She'll only use and abuse you. She's not loyal. But anyways, let me know if these are valid and what else I should make.
Yo, these are definitely valid. These are definitely valid. This chick, she definitely has male influence in her life. She got a brother. She got a dude in her life. She got something. You understand? And a lot of this stuff is these are points that I've been talking about for years. You could go back to some of my videos and you could definitely pick a lot of these points out of my content. But so she's definitely valid with a lot of this. And so shout out to her. But so let's break each one down, right? So the first one, she talks about hanging out. You guys, you got to understand that once a woman puts the label of hanging out, right? Hanging out is platonic. You understand? Hanging out is strictly platonic. Hanging out is friendship shit, right? A woman will always say something like that because there's no obligation. There's no specificity. It's like, oh, I just thought we were hanging out. If you're just hanging out, that means she could be totally platonic. If you're just hanging out, that means she could bring other people along. If you're just hanging out, that means she has the freedom to really do whatever she wants and disregard anything that you've planned or anything that you wanted out of the situation. It's basically diminishing any interest that you have by not being specific about the situation, right? So she'll hang out with you all day, but she'll never call it a date. If you say something like, oh, yeah, we're out on a date, be like, oh, I didn't know this was a date. What do you mean? I didn't really see it that way. I don't really see you that way, and blah, blah, blah. When they label it hanging out, it gives them the excuse of being able to make it a platonic situation no matter what happens. Okay, it's kind of like a get out of jail card. Here's what happened with a lot of you dudes who love to do the indirect approach, or a lot of you dudes who love to lie to yourself, period, and put yourself in the friend zone thinking that one day she'll come around. You call it hanging out, right? You'll be like, hey, why don't you just come through to my crib and we could, just catch a vibe, maybe we just hang out and vibe and just catch the vibe and all this and all of that. You are lying to yourself. You understand? You're being indirect because you don't want to hear no. You are settling for spending time platonically with this girl because you don't want to hear no. But here's the thing. All you're really doing is wasting time with a woman that don't like you. All you're really doing is wasting time and space where you can be getting rid of this woman and creating time and space for a woman that's more compatible, for a woman that actually likes you. You're putting this chick up on a pedestal thinking that one day she'll come around to liking you. So if you just keep hanging out, maybe one day it'll turn into a date. But that is a lie. You're lying to yourself and you are pedestaling this woman and making her way more important than she needs to be. Guys, we got to stop this. You understand? We really need to stop this. So stop hanging out with women. You have to be more purposeful in any time that you spend with anyone. Okay, if you going somewhere for a business meeting, you got to discuss business. You going to meet up with your boys to play ball. That's what we're going to do. We're going to play ball. You go to the gym. Don't just be talking and yip yapping. No, actually work out, lift weights and do what you're doing. Right. And if you spend the time with a woman that you're romantically interested in, make sure she understands that we are hanging out because I am romantically interested in you. You have to let the woman know what it is. You got to stop lying to yourself and you got to stop using this indirect approach just because you're afraid to say no. I know a lot of you guys is like, man, I'd rather hang out with her because at least I get to spend time with a pretty girl. But bro, if it's truly not what you want, all you're doing is wasting time and lying to yourself. If you're being honest with yourself, you're just wasting time and lying to yourself. That's really what it is. And a man with a masculine identity doesn't do that. A man with a masculine identity, he not only embraces who he is as a man, but he embraces what he wants. And if he wants to be romantically involved with that woman, that is all he will accept and nothing else. Because if you truly embrace who you are as a man, if you truly have a masculine identity, you will accept nothing but what it is you truly want because you're being honest with yourself and you're embracing your masculine identity. So the next thing she talks about is when she leaves you on red or leaves you undelivered, right? Guys, we know this for a fact. Women are always on their phone. Okay. Women are always on their phone. If she's not getting back to you in a timely fashion, that means you're not important. If she's not getting back to you in a timely fashion, that means there are other things that she's way more interested in than you. Now, with that being said, here's what you have to realize. When it comes to communicating with women, especially texting women on dating apps or texting a woman that you have her number and all that stuff, even if you're texting her on social media, you have to be specific and direct, and you have to give instruction. Okay, I'm gonna say that again. You have to be specific, direct, and give more instruction. Here's the reason why. When you're specific, direct, and you give instruction, you are communicating in a way that requires a woman to have to reply. She's required to reply if she wants to move the conversation forward. Do you understand? So what do I mean? If you want to spend time with that woman, then you have to set up the date. You have to give her a time and a place and let her know when she needs to show up and so on and so forth. Right. And so if she wants to have that date with you, if she wants to spend that time with you, then she has to reply in a timely fashion. You understand? So if you say, hey, I want to meet you tomorrow at 7 at this place, she has to get back to you before tomorrow, or at least early in the morning, or at least before midday, because that's showing that she wants to understand the plan and get back to you and confirm to let you know, yes, I want to get back to you. But if she doesn't get back to you, or if you say, hey, I want to meet you at this time at this place tomorrow, and you don't hear back from her, and the day goes past, the time goes past and all that, you have your answer. Okay, because once again, we got to pay attention to a woman's actions, not her words. Okay, so the thing is that a lot of guys, again, they still try to be indirect, right? They want to be less specific, less direct, and they want to ask a bunch of questions instead of give instructions because they want to give her the freedom to string them along in the friend zone. Okay, this is how you friend zone yourself. When you communicate a certain way, when you're direct, when you're specific and you give a woman instructions, she has to do what? She has to shit or get off the pot. She has to really make a decision. If she wants to see you, spend time with you, she has to get back to you within a certain amount of time because you gave her a specific time and place, and you gave her specific instructions. You understand? So if she doesn't get back to you, you have your answer, and you don't need to lie to yourself anymore, and you don't need to string yourself along in the friend zone. The third thing she talked about is when the woman is always talking about other dudes, right? And if you're sitting there listening to a woman talk about other men while you would actually like her to be focused on you as her man, then you're wasting your time and you're lying to yourself. You're sitting there listening to her talk about other guys. You're sitting there listening to her talking about having sex with other guys, going out on dates with other guys, when truthfully, you want her to be going out on dates with you. Truthfully, you want her to be having sex with you, but you're sitting there listening to her talk about other guys. A lot of you guys will stay on the phone for hours. A lot of you guys will go hang out with the chick and let her ramble on and on and on about the issues and problems that she's having with other guys, because you think that by listening to her problems, one day she'll realize, oh my gosh, he's such a great guy and he listens to me. And you know what? I should focus on him. Let me tell you something. A woman is always following a man's lead. So if you're sitting there listening to her and being her therapist and allowing her to spill her emotional nonsense on you, right? What are you doing? Because you're listening to her, you are focused on her. So what is she going to do? She's going to follow your lead and focus on herself. And she's going to continue to take advantage of you in order to focus on herself. Until you say to a woman, I want to be the one you think about. I want to be the one that you go out on dates with. I want to be the one blowing your back out. Until you say that to a woman, until you say, hey, woman, this is what I want from you. I want to be the one blowing your back out. I want to be the one you go out with. I want to be the one you're thinking about. Until you say that to a woman, nothing's going to change. OK, nothing for you is going to change. Nothing is going to just fix itself over time because you think one day she's going to wise up and figure out that you're that great guy and get with you. It's not going to happen. OK, and here's the messed up part. Even if it does happen, she'll remember that whole time that you allowed her to take advantage of you. And deep down, she won't respect you. So the relationship will start from a bad place anyway. The relationship won't be a good relationship. The relationship won't have a good, strong foundation anyway, because she knows deep down the type of guy that you are. She knows that you're easily manipulated. She knows that you're willing to stay in the friend zone for however long you stayed in the friend zone. She knows that she can withhold sex from you. She knows that she can disrespect you. She knows that she can dominate and manipulate you. So even if she does come around to realizing what a great guy you are and gets into a relationship with you, she knows all these things about you. She knows all these weaknesses about you, and those weaknesses will come up again, and she will use them throughout the relationship to take advantage of you, which will lead to an unhealthy, dysfunctional relationship anyway. So you're already messed up. Getting yourself in the friend zone. Matter of fact, guys, listen, don't ever try to get out of the friend zone. Don't ever try to get out of the friend zone. Once you get caught in the friend zone, the only thing you can do is charge that woman to the game. I'm going to say that again. Whenever you get caught in the friend zone, there is no fixing or rectifying the situation. The only thing you can do is charge that woman to the game, because getting caught in the friend zone shows a woman the depth of your weakness for her. Getting in the friend zone shows a woman the depth of your weakness for her. So honestly, she will never actually respect you. So at this point, once you're in the friend zone, you cannot get into a relationship with her because it'll never actually work out. Okay, so to get back to the point, never sit there and listen to a woman talk about other dudes. Matter of fact, again, you have to focus on yourself as a man. You should only, when you're with a woman, you should only be talking about what's going on between you and her. Other men are non-existent. You understand? When you're having a conversation with a woman, talk about what's going on between you and her. Talk about the sexual tension between you and her. Talk about how you think, things you want to do to her. Talk about how it was real cool when we went here the other day. Talk about how, hey, I got plans for us to go do this weekend. Talk about you and her. You have to remember, guys, that a woman is always following a man's lead. So if you are focused on you and what you want from the relationship, guess what? She will focus on you and focus on what you want from the relationship. And she will respect you and follow your lead and provide that if she wants the relationship to work. Now, if you're dealing with a woman whose behavior is not along those lines, you know exactly what to do. Charge her to the game. Forget about her. Amnesia. Leave her alone. It's done. All right. So the fourth thing she talks about, which, like she says, is very, very important, is when a woman is dominating the quote unquote friendship. OK, when a woman is leading everything, when a woman plans everything, when a woman tells the guy where to show up and where they're going to hang out, and she chooses everything. And guess what? She's also making him pay for everything, too. So imagine you're just a friend. You ain't getting no buns. You ain't getting what you want from the situation. You just getting to spend time and pay this chick attention. And you still got to pay for everything. Imagine. So you paying her attention and you paying for the hangout dates and all this other shit. You see what I'm saying? No bueno. You see what I mean? It's crazy. You have to remember, women get so much attention from weak males. Women get so much attention from weak males that they have the privilege of manipulating and customizing how they use the attention from these weak males. OK, so if you come across as a weak male, if you come across as the type of guy that you're scared to tell her how you truly feel, you're scared to be specific about what you really want from the situation, she will dominate you. She will keep you stuck in the friend zone for as long as you allow her, and she will dominate you. She will tell you where to be, where to go, how to dress. Like, oh, yeah, I want you to come with me to my family event. Oh, yeah, I want you to come with me to my cousin's party, and make sure you wear this and make sure you do that, and you'll do it because you're stuck in the friend zone and you're just happy to spend time with the bitch. You see what I'm saying? You're just happy to spend time with the chick and you're willing to do whatever she tells you. Guys, you have to understand too, the way a woman behaves is an indicator of how she sees you. OK, the way a woman behaves with you is an indicator of how she sees you. So when she's telling you what to do, when she's demanding this and bossing you around and planning everything and telling you what to wear and all of these different things, she is dominating the situation and manipulating you. She's letting you know in so many words that she understands how weak you are. She understands how much you're willing to be manipulated just to spend time with her. And she doesn't really respect you. Because check this out. She enjoys the attention that she gets from you. And she enjoys the fact that there is a man, an actual male human being that she gets to control and not have to give anything that he requires. Imagine that. She gets the value of a male. Right? She gets the value of male presence. She gets the value of male protection. She gets the value of male resources. She gets the value of conversation. She gets the value of companionship and friendship, support, all these different things that she's getting. And at the same time, she understands that she can manipulate and have it her way. She's treating you like you a Burger King. She's having it her way all the time. And you're just letting it happen because she knows that that's what you're willing to compromise of your masculine identity just to spend a little bit of time with her. And the whole time you're not getting anything that you want, but she's getting so many different things from you. And it's really only because you don't understand your value. You don't know your masculine identity. You don't embrace who you are, and you don't love yourself because you're putting her on a pedestal above you. Guys, we got to stop this. OK, we have to stop this. All right. So, yes, in this video, everything that she said is valid. OK, everything that she said is valid. And you guys need to take this video to heed. Go to masculineidentitymembership.com. Check out the programs I got over there. And man, we got to do better, guys. We really got to do better. All right, guys. So it's your boy, Miles Cunningham. Hope you're having a great day. Be good to yourself. And remember, the truth is inside you. Peace.